you miss Kids in Motion as much as I do? Well, in these days of doing things online, we have to make adjustments. So, what's our favorite part about Kids in Motion? Well, it could be our Hello Friends song. Should we try it together? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. So let's try it together. Ready? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. And welcome to Kids in Motion. Well, what do we need for Kids in Motion? We need music. We need shaker eggs. But what if you don't have shaker eggs at home? Okay, so we need to make shaker eggs. Well, if you or maybe a neighbor of yours has any leftover Easter eggs, you can use them to make shaker eggs. Now, these are breakable. They will crush if you play with them too roughly. So you gotta remind your kids, if you're gonna use these, that they need to not throw them or try to crush them or sit on them, because then you'll end up with the filling all over the place. Well, what if you don't have Easter eggs? Well, you can also use a plastic bottle. Now, one of the things that we do in our sound programs for science is we test the sounds of different kinds of materials in an egg. Well, at home, you have a lot of little tiny doodads that you don't even think about that make great filling for shaker eggs. So here's one for beads. And here's what it sounds like in an egg. Now that is a good sound. Here's sand and tiny pieces of pasta. And in this giant egg I have, I combined both. That's actually a pretty good sound too. But you'll notice that with sand and with tiny pasta, you have to have an egg without holes. So this egg has holes. I can't put sand in it. Now, what else could we use? You don't have sand, you don't have tiny pasta, you don't have beans. What else? Well, here are buttons. How many of you have a little button jar at home, or just a collection of loose buttons that came off of sweaters or jackets or whatever extras? They make a great sound too. Now, if you've got kids that are a little bit older than toddlers, you may have different forms of plastic beads. These also make great shaker eggs. Now, what if you don't even have either of those? Well, guess what? Paper clips. And I just happened to find some random little wooden balls. That makes a nice sound too. And then I had a neighbor down the street who had some dried rice. That also makes a great sound. But what do you do? Because the eggs come in two pieces, you fill the larger cup and then squeeze the bottom on. That's great. But what happens if you shake really hard and they come apart? So how are we going to make these a little more durable? Well, if you notice, on the bottom of an egg, there is a part that juts out. Now, the first thing that I would do is put a ring of glue around that part there. And you can do that with regular glue. You could use a glue gun. You could, if you have it, use crazy glue. And that's what I used to use when I had to use Easter eggs for shaker eggs in the library, in my old library. And if you don't even have any of those, you may have nail polish. Nail polish also works like a glue. Now, what if you want a little more durability, or maybe you don't have any glues? You can also use tape on the outside. Just follow the line here and maybe do across the long way as well. So what would you use? Well, as a last resort, you could use Scotch tape. It will hold it together briefly, but you may find yourself needing to reapply it. I looked in my toolkit in the garage. I found duct tape, I found painter's tape, I found masking tape, I found plumber's tape, and I found some white duct tape as well. So all of those would work going around the outside of it. Okay, so what are some of the ways that we can make bubble solution from home? Well, to make a little less than 2 cups of bubble solution, the first thing you need is 1 1/4 cups of water. Then you need a 1/4 cup of dish detergent. So I use a clear dish detergent. One of the things that I learned online is that you need to be careful not to have all the additives in there for the extra clean type of dish detergents. So you can use Dawn, which is recommended by most people online, but you want to make sure that you get the original Dawn because that one doesn't have all the extra detergents in it. I'm not sure what the detergents do or don't do, but if you get one of the clear ones, you know it doesn't have that extra stuff in it. So you need 1 1/4 cup of water, you need a 1/4 cup of dish liquid, and then you have a choice. If you want to use your corn syrup, you can use a 1/4 cup of corn syrup, and if you want to use glycerin, which you can find in most cooking stores that sell cooking materials and baking materials, or you can find it in the medicine aisle, and I usually like to get it, believe it or not, in the pharmacy section or the health and beauty aid section of Walmart because I can get the big containers of it. Why do I want the big containers? Because you guys know that in the late spring we always have our big bubble pool, and I need a lot of glycerin for the bubble pool, but you only need a tablespoon of it in your 2-cup bottle of your solution. So this solution here, I made the glycerin. With this solution here, I made it with the corn syrup. And the key to having a good quality bubble solution is you need to let it sit for at least 24 hours, which I did. Now, if you don't have corn syrup, and if you don't happen to have any in your house, do you want to know a secret? Pancake syrups, kind of hiding the brand here, they're mostly made of corn syrup. So even though it'll change the color and it'll make it a very appealing scent, which you might not want for your kids, you can use pancake syrup to make bubble solution. This is a bubble using the glycerin solution. There you go. And here is the Karo syrup solution. Okay, so 24 hours after you make your bubble solution, it'll be done. I tried a lot of different types of bubble wands. You can use just about any kind of wire. You could use an old Easter egg dipping thing. Just make sure to connect the circle, use some pliers. Or the thing that I found works the very best are pipe cleaners. So hopefully, or chenille stems. So hopefully you have some of those at home that you can make bubble wands out of if you don't have real bubble wands. You've got your shaker eggs. You've got your Hello Friend song. And I will put some links to the kids' favorite songs for Kids in Motion in the text area of this, or I'll put them on a card at the end, and you're good to go. Okay, so now it's time for our Goodbye Friend song. Are you ready? Hands up, fingertips together. Let's fold the hand over, and we say goodbye friends, goodbye friends, goodbye friends. It's time to say goodbye. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.